Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. So today I'm back with another Maamoul recipe, and this is gonna be with date filling. If you haven't seen the one with walnut filling, I will link it down below. Go check it out. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna look at the ingredients. So for the dough, I'm gonna need 2 types of semolina. I'm gonna use 2 cups of my number 2. And I'm gonna use 2 cups of number 1, which is finer semolina. It's kind of like wheatlets. So 4 cups altogether. I'm gonna use 1 cup of melted butter, half a teaspoon of instant dry yeast, and I'm gonna knead them with my orange blossom water. It's gonna be anywhere between 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup. For the filling, I have these pressed pitted dates. If you don't have access to the pressed pitted dates, just take your dates and soak them in a little bit of warm water. Put them in your food processor or blender and just blend them to make a paste. You're gonna use cinnamon. Again, if you don't like cinnamon, you can use cardamom. And this is optional. I like putting some chopped nuts in my dates, but you don't have to. It's just optional. And for dusting the cookies when they come out of the oven, you're gonna need confectioner sugar or icing sugar. I have my 4 cups of semolina, the 2 cups of the fine, and the 2 cups of number 2. To this, I'm gonna add my 1 cup of butter. And with my walnut Maamoul, I showed you how I mix it in my mixer. I'm gonna do this without mixer, so you can see that you can do that no problem. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this until all the semolina has soaked all the butter. And again, just like the previous Maamoul, this is gonna sit in a warm place for 1 hour until all the butter is absorbed. Okay, so I mixed my butter into my semolina and I made sure it's all coated. I'm gonna cover this and I'm gonna leave it for 1 hour, and you can see it's like a sand consistency. I'm gonna leave it in a warm place for 1 hour and then I'll be back. Okay, so while my dough is resting, I have my date with 1 tablespoon of butter in my pan. I'm gonna heat it up because I wanna be able to roll them. That's how I do it. So I'm gonna heat this up a little bit. So my dates are nice and warm, and the butter that I put in, it's melted inside. As you can see, it's nice and pliable. I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And just give it a mix. So I took my date off the heat. I'm gonna add some of my chopped walnut, and I'm just gonna give this a mix. It's nice and soft because we heated it up. Okay, so my date paste is ready. I have a tray here I lined with wax paper. I'm gonna take small pieces just like that and roll them into a ball, kind of like a little bigger than a cherry, and I'm gonna place them in my tray. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest and then I'll come back. So my dough has been resting for an hour and I added my half a teaspoon of instant dry yeast. I'm gonna add my orange blossom water. I have about 3/4 of a cup. I'm gonna gradually add it and mix it by hand. And so far it looks like sand. Okay, so my dough has come together nicely. If I squeeze on it, it holds its shape, and that's what I want. And it is ready. Okay, you guys, I got my dough ready. I have my dates here that I rolled earlier. I have my tray lined with parchment paper. My oven is preheating at 350. Today I'm gonna use this flat mold. We use this for dates so that we know the difference between the walnuts. We usually make 3-4 different kinds. So I'm gonna use this. If you don't have it, it's fine. You can just shape it by hand or by a spoon. I showed you how to do it with a spoon in my previous video with my walnut Maamoul. And yeah, we got everything ready. So I'm gonna show you how I make this. Again, just like the walnut, you're gonna take a ping pong size, I can't say that. And you can do it by your index finger or whatever it's easier. You can do it with your thumb. Just make a well, just like that. Just like that. Take one of your dates and just cover it. Just like this. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour on and off. Shake it off. And I'm gonna press it in with the heel of my hand, or I don't know what you call that. And this is gonna be loud, so there you go. Okay, my first batch is ready for baking. I'm gonna pop it in my oven and I'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay guys, my first batch of the date cookies came out of the oven. It's hot. It smells so good in here. I'm gonna transfer them onto my cooling rack and I'm gonna dust them with powdered sugar. Okay, you guys, I have 2 more trays cooking in the oven, but I wanted to come on here and share with you guys what they look like before it gets dark. So let's crack one open. That's what it looks like. And it is so soft. Look at that. Okay, I don't need a reason to try cookie. It is perfect sweetness. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. Oh my gosh, it is so delicious. I hope you guys give it a try. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I hope under the circumstances you still have a wonderful Easter, and I will be back to share some more recipes. Bye for now.